and speak with people so that we just don't label it brutality. But I think that they should honor social activism in the same manner that they do Toys for Tots during Christmas, the same way that they do Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Hispanic heritage, and things like that. I think that it's important. What the end game will be, I have my conspiracy theories as well, but I think what the end game will be is that, sadly, it's more noise and rhetoric than action. More is said than done. And that the voices will they'll be there, but we're going to stop making references that after they play it, you'll hear an announcer, oh, and just for the record, there were 2 people that knelt or raised a black fist. It's just going to be like, oh, yeah, and Jennifer Hudson sang and she was great. We'll be back right after this. And that's what I think the end game will be. If you gentlemen don't have anything else, I just want to thank you guys so much for being a part of Married to the Games Fan Forum. This was an enlightening discussion. This ought to be the blueprint for what the world needs. Y'all can follow us on Twitter at Married2Game1. That's the number 2 and the number 1. But this is the blueprint of what should be. We have diverse backgrounds, different states, different upbringings, even different countries, but we are able to be respectful of other people's opinions and other people's thoughts, and we're not closed-minded. This is what we need, and I thank you guys for joining us on Married to the Game.
Thank you. Thank you.
You be talking out the side of your neck.
What?
Always.
What does that mean?
It means you talking out the side of your neck, talking smack. You ain't saying much of nothing.
I got you.
You already know the drill. When we hear that music, it's time to dive deep in some HBCU football. And we're back in Columbus, Georgia, because we were there earlier for our preview of the Tuskegee Morehouse Football Classic.
Yes.
At A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium. Now it's round 2. But it's the Fountain City Classic.
Now, what? What you talking about?
And it's Fort Valley State versus Albany State. SIAC rivals. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. Let me get in all the football info out the way so we can focus in on the off-the-field activities.
So we can focus on the more important things. Go ahead there.
No, we're going to take care of the football stuff. We're going to, first things first, take care of the important business. Work before play.
Gotcha.
All right. Now, this rivalry... History time began back in 1945.
Are
like
you
the old
serious?
folks said, you wasn't even thought of then.
I can't even believe you even thought of to bring that up.
It's important.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's dubbed as the Fountain City Classic, and that name took over for the rivalry in 1990. So we were around then.
Oh my God, all these history stats.
I was 14 back then.
Historic information.
You were still an old lady. You was probably like, what, 55 back in 1990?
The shade. That's like a palm tree. A whole tree. God.
But overall, Fort Valley State leads the rivalry. Their record 44-35 with 4 ties.
Wow.
But Albany State has won 5 of the last 8. Fort Valley State won last year's game 21-17. Now, the Wildcats, they've already clinched the East Division for the SIAC. They smashed off Morehouse last week, 52-7. And they're going to face either Tuskegee or Miles College on November 11th in the SIAC championship game.
Are we almost done with all the secondary stuff?
Nah, because we want to give a big shout out to Coach Kevin Porter, Fort Valley State, easy front runner for Coach of the Year.
All right.
The Wildcats, 5-3. But 5-0 in SIAC and 3-0 in the division. They're number 1 in scoring, averaging 27.2 points a game.
Wow.
Second in total offense, 350 yards a game. Quarterback Jermaine Slade is second in the conference with 14 touchdowns and in yards with 1,530. So he's slinging the rock all over the place. Taji Steele, wide receiver. Now, he only has 17 catches, but he's efficient because he has 5 touchdowns.
Now, the beauty of this, I'm slightly catching on to some of the stats. It's still boring, but I'm catching on.
Now, Albany State, they're 5-4, and they're on a 2-game losing streak. This is the last game of the regular season, so you want to go out with a bang.
You do.
Because it really wasn't up to Albany State's standards that they set. They were a preseason favorite to win the division, but we know that Fort Valley State has won the East Division. So I think Albany State is going to keep it close, but in the end, Fort Valley State comes away with the win, 28-24.
Whoa! So are you like really putting yourself out there like that with that?
I'm always making a game prediction. Are you going to make a game prediction? Albany State, Fort Valley State, who you got?
I got.
And we're not talking about the bands. We'll talk about the bands later.
You know me
but
so well.
Who do you have on the field?
Of course, I'm going to go with Fort Valley State.
Okay.
I got to go with them just because.
Just because we can roll with that. Now, it's a week full of activities. It started back on Sunday. They met at a church service.
Wow.
That's what's up. And they've been doing things all week. And there's a black tie affair later on this week. The parade is Saturday. A tailgate party is Saturday.
And I want to say this. I love all the information that you gave. And I'm glad we're moving on to entertainment. But it was quite entertaining to me to listen to this blah. Oh, okay. Now let's get to the good stuff.
Okay, so what you got?
What I got for you, my dear. Can I get a drum roll, please? That's my, No,
we'll leave it for the drum lines at both schools because they don't need any help.
Well,
both of their drum lines are sick.
I just thought I could do like...
No, go ahead.
Okay. The parades are going to be awesome. The game is going to be awesome. It's not... What I love about the Fountain City Classic, they keep it classic. Mm-hmm. They keep it simple but yet entertaining.
Right. And the alumni from both schools run deep, and that's a good midway point, Columbus, Georgia, between Fort Valley, Georgia, and Albany, Georgia. So, great action, great weekend.
I have a question that kind of gets me, though. It's like, because this is like a football classic thing, right?
Okay.
But why is it that when you're having classics like this, they do other sports stuff with it? Like, they're going to even have like a golf type event. Why do they do that? And I guess for a casual fan like myself, sometimes I feel like it's sports overload.
It's a good social activity. When you go to homecoming, it's not just a game. It's not just about being at the parade.
Right.
It's all the activities included with it. So classics are just a small sample of
what
really
a
like a homecoming is. And in a sense, it is like a homecoming because a lot of people, some people who didn't get to go to homecoming are definitely going to be here.
Classic.
Or some people that go to homecoming and go to the classic share the same type of bonds and memories.
And see, this is what I love. Sports 101 right here.
Now, we're blessed to be joined by Carlos Williams. Mm-hmm. He's the publicity co-chairman of the Fountain City Classic. He's going to break down all of that stuff that's going on, all the on and off the field activities. And then we stick with our theme of including graduates of the schools.
Okay.
To chime in. This is the chance for them their soundboard to really go all in about what the classic means to them. And of course, you got to talk smack.
All day. You have to. I'm good at that.
Carlos Williams, publicity chairman for the Fountain City Classic, and an Albany State man, and a Fort Valley State man, I might add. Thank you so much for joining us on Married to the Game.
Well, pleasure to be here, Rory. My mother actually went to Albany State, so it's kind of all mixed up down here.
Okay. Well, it's all love. Fountain City Classic. It's that time of year again. So, and this thing has been going on for quite a bit, and it's just gets better and better each time. But for those who don't know, tell us about this event, how it's evolved over the years.
Well, several years ago, 28 years ago, several of our local alumni around here in Columbus, Georgia, Fort Valley and Albany State alumni chapters decided to try to see if they could and have the game moved on an annual basis to Columbus.
Right.
What we had working for us already is that the fact that Fort Valley versus Albany State was a major rivalry game already.
Yes.
So we knew that the fans were going to come and watch those two teams go at it. I mean, their games are always down to the wire. They're always good, strong programs, and they're always playing for something year in and year out. So that was the easy part for us. And then the other part was just putting some elements together to, indeed make it a classic. And the fans have just really enjoyed it over the years.
So tell us about the cultural and economic impact that the Fountain City Classic has, not only on the city of Columbus, but for both schools.
Well, the schools probably get their largest payday when they come to the Fountain City Classic. I'm sure they enjoy surroundings. They get the chance to play in front of a fan base, which is probably 2 or 3 times as large as it would be if they played on their home turf. And so, it's just big-time black college football.
Absolutely.
The fans come, and we have plenty of activities for them to take part in. Everything is conveniently located near major hotels. Civic Center is right next to the stadium, and so when we have events there, they have just truly enjoyed it. Albany is probably 90 miles away. Miles east of Columbus. Fort Valley only 65 miles northeast of Columbus. So not a long drive at all for either fan base, and so they love coming to Columbus.
Now, there's a lot of things that you guys got going on. Just break down some of the off-the-field activities associated with the Fountain City Classic.
Wednesday, we take a break, and then Thursday, we come back with a recruitment fair. That's always popular. Fort Valley and Albany State will send representatives from their respective colleges to talk with students who are interested in attending either one of those universities. At the same time, actually right around the corner, we'll have something called the Cufflinks and Pearls Networking Mixer.
Nice.
It's the ninth year for that event as well. Mostly young folks, 20s on up to maybe late 30s. And then old folks like myself will squeeze in as well. So we'll get together, and it's just a networking mixer. It's a chance to just talk with folks that you don't really know, and to get engaged. And this year, David Banner is expected to be a special guest there. On Friday, we've got the chairman's reception. That's something I always look forward to, where both presidents, President Art Dunning of Albany State and President Paul Jones of Fort Valley State, will be honored. That is actually by invitation only. So that's kind of one of our little swanky events, black tie events, in the same location. That will last from 7 to 9, by the way. Then at 9, we'll have DJs to come up, and we'll have an old school party, so to speak.
That's right.
That will last from about 9 until 1 or 2 in the morning.
That's for the grown folks, right?
That's for the grown folks. For the grown folks, come down and shake a leg and see, alumni. And Saturday morning, we've got to get up bright and early because I know I've got to ride in the parade, and it will start at around 9 a.m. over across the bridge in Phoenix City, and then come across to Columbus. So we'll have a major outpouring for that. Everybody loves the parade, and this one has just grown over the years. Yeah. Both college bands will be there, and they'll be putting on a show, and we'll have a variety of high school bands as well. Queens and the Courts from both colleges will be there, and so that's just going to be a wonderful affair. 2 o'clock is the kickoff of the football game, and I need to add before that because folks get upset when I don't mention the tailgating.
Oh, yeah.
Tailgating, over the years.
We got to get our grub on.
Yes, we got to talk about tailgating, of course, although we want those fans to tailgate and then come inside the stadium and, share this big moment, Fort Valley and Albany State once again colliding.
Wonderful. Now, with the committee that you are a part of, it's a combo of Albany State grads, Fort Valley State grads. So I know there's a lot of trash talking, side bets, all that good stuff going on. What's it like and all the trash talking going on between each other?
Well, I tell you, a lot of that goes on. We try not to do too much of that because we all have to work together.
Right.
And we say as Fountain City Classic members, we're all one.
Right.
So typically the trash talking between us is held off until after the game. Whoever wins, of course, gets to brag. Last year, Fort Valley won, and I'm a Fort Valley State graduate. I think I was so much in shock that they won. They finally won one that I didn't do any bragging. But there's some bragging, fierce bragging among the fans that come now.
Carlos, this is going to be a great event. Thank you so much for joining us on Married to the Game.
Thank you so much for having me.